Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. So, Jay, we got a big fight card coming up this weekend in Saudi Arabia. It's called A Day of Reckoning. It has a number of different fighters on there. Of course, we're going to focus on the two biggest names on the card, which are Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. Now, Anthony Joshua is going to face Otto Wallin, and Deontay Wilder is going to face Jospeph Parker. So we know that these two individuals have a fight scheduled for March. Supposedly it's a 2-fight deal. We were first made aware of this, I guess this was probably about a month ago, because we had Tay Jones. We actually interviewed Tay Jones about a month or so ago. Yeah. And he alluded to the fact that it was guaranteed that there's going to be a fight between Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. Now, these two gentlemen need to win the fight this weekend in order to make that fight come to fruition. And I'm excited about the opportunity to see these two gentlemen fight. So let's start off, Jay, with let's start off with Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallin. Otto Wallin is on a 3-win streak. In those wins, I believe he has either split decisions or decisions, but he might have one TKO in there. I can't recall right now, but Otto Wallin, I think it's 26-1 if I'm not mistaken. 14 KOs if I'm not mistaken. I'm not blue blood, so I don't sit down and remember everybody's resume and spit it out over a video. But shots fired, pop, pop. But anyway, so when you think about him, he doesn't seem to have the requisite power for heavyweight with the 14 KOs. He did go and give Tyson Fury a hell of a fight, cutting Tyson Fury, but losing by unanimous decision. I like Wallin. I think he's a decent fighter, but the fighter, in my personal opinion, or the fighters, or the type of fighters, in my personal opinion, that give AJ some issues are fighters that have that requisite power, right? Not only do they have skill, but the ability to either get inside of AJ's range or hit him from range and have power, right? Ruiz was able to get his respect from the power. Usyk, although I won't consider Usyk a power puncher necessarily, but he did have enough power to get his respect. So I just don't feel like Otto Wallin has the power to get his respect. Good fighter, decent fighter, will give him some good rounds, but I don't think he's going to be able to beat Anthony Joshua. Now, there is a caveat. Anthony Joshua continues to switch back and forth, not even switch back and forth, but move to different trainers. Now he has Ben Davison in his corner. And not that he's a bad trainer or anything. He's a fine trainer, but he has a different style than
DJ.
Yeah, DJ. He has a different style to DJ. So, I mean, it's gonna be interesting maybe in that regard. But outside of that, I just predict that Anthony Joshua is gonna be successful in this fight. What's your thoughts on that fight?
Yeah, I was looking at it. So Otto Wallin, I mean, he's actually been on a six fight win streak. He hasn't lost since he lost the UD to Tyson Fury in 2019.
6 fight. It must it's probably then it might be Jospeph Parker that's on a 3-fight win streak.
So yeah, he's been on a 6-fight win streak. One of the notable wins in that 6-fight win streak, if you want to call it a notable win, was against Dominic Brazil. He won that by UD. The only TKO he had against Travis Kaufman back in 2020. So he's been on a little win streak. To your point, I agree with you as far as the people that give him problems are power punchers. I don't think Otto Wallin has that. He may give a little bit awkward style, and I don't anticipate this being like a barn burner. I think AJ's going to do what AJ's been doing lately, is taking his time and really just filling it out and letting the fight come to him. I still see AJ handling business. I don't know if it'd be by knockout, because Otto Wallin's been very durable for the most part. But I think if AJ wants to send a message, I think a knockout would be on a good thing to try to get in this fight here. And also with Wallin, let's see, the last person. Yeah, he hasn't had a knockout since 2020, so it's been 3 years for Otto on that. And AJ being he has the main event in this one, so he's the last fight to be done on that card. So he has to try to have a good show. But he already said in there he's just trying to handle his business. He's going to handle his business. Wilder said he's going to steal the show, but I don't see this as being too much of a challenge for AJ. To your point about AJ going from a different trainer, it's going to be interesting. I mean, he's a veteran and everything, but you're going to see what Ben Davison puts in his tool bag versus what DJ was doing to him. So we'll see. I'm just not sure of AJ as far as going back and forth with trainers, but this is a fight to learn on, I feel. So I got AJ in this fight too.
Yeah. So moving on to Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker. Of course, Deontay Wilder's had the same trainer for several years now. And correct me if I'm wrong, it must be Joseph Parker that's on a 3-fight win streak. I looked at this a couple of weeks ago. But Joseph Parker, good fighter.
Yes, he's Parker.
Yeah, good fighter. He's had some. I think he's lost 3 fights or something like that. He's a good fighter. He's been in there with some top level opposition. If I'm not mistaken, he's been in there with Ruiz. I think he's been in there with Ruiz twice, if I can remember correctly. But he is
way back.
Yeah, way back. But he is he's solid opposition, man. But I think he stands at about 6'4", maybe has like a 75-inch reach, 76-inch reach. Just for comparison, somebody like Jermell Charlo, they have he has like a 74-inch reach. So for a heavyweight, his reach isn't that great. And then when you think about like a Deontay Wilder, who I believe he may have like a 83, 84-inch reach, something like that. I mean, he's going to be able to land from range. Deontay is good at, keeping the distance, using that jab. And at some point, I just feel like that right hand is going to find its home. Deontay has sharpened his skills a bit since he's had Malik Scott in his corner, and I just feel like he's a better fighter than Joseph Parker, and I think he's going to show that. Deontay says he's going to steal the show. I totally believe that because he has steal the show knockout power, and I think that this is going to end in a KO, and I would not be surprised if it ends in a KO quickly. Even if Joseph Parker is able to let's say push it a few rounds, ultimately that punch is going to land. As far as I'm concerned, it's going to be night Mr. Joseph Parker. So unless we see something different from Joseph Parker than what we've seen in the past, I don't see him having much of a chance to beat Deontay. What's your thoughts on that?
Me either. I just think the power's going to be too much for him. To your point, Deontay has the reach advantage. He definitely has a power advantage, and Parker, based on what Deontay said, they were supposed to fight a while back, and Parker, kind of avoided him in a sense, based on what Deontay said. Not my words, but pretty much what Deontay said on that. Just looking over Joseph Parker, his last loss was back in just last year, September last year. He got knocked out by Joe Joyce in a one-sided fight, if I'm not mistaken, when they fought.
So I haven't even seen the Joe Joyce fight.
Yeah, I remember watching that one. And they said Parker got cut over the right eye and stopped by a left hook to the chin. And that was in round 11. So Parker can be durable because that's the only time he's been knocked out. Not saying he's fought, a lot of power punches outside of someone like Ruiz early on back in 2016. But looking who he's fought, he's lost to AJ by UD and he lost to Dylan White by UD. And then by KO to Joe Joyce. He's fought Derek Chisora 14,000 times for his record. So I got Wilder. I think Wilder's on a mission right now. He seems that he seems very focused, and he also has that power of that right hand. So I don't see Joseph Parker making it out of this fight. I can see this being an early round stoppage, probably within 5 or 6 rounds.
Yep, we shall see what will happen in this particular fight. I'm curious to see what happens, and I want to make sure that these two individuals get the victory because I would love to see them in March. You guys tell us what you think in the comment section in regards to this particular fight or these particular fights this weekend that's coming up. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Angry Man Podcast, AM Sports Media, and we are